Sorry about that. Okay.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Yes, I know.
I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because the skills I learned, I don't know who this man was. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about... Orlais has been at war with so many... I should have left. I believed her. It was a traitor's. I did not seek Marjolaine, and that is the reason I am here. The real... I enjoy the nights at camp. The night always seems more... I feel the night grants us a reprieve from... I enjoy... Sometimes, I succumb and fall asleep and... What... Maker, look at me stumbling over my... You made me say all those things! Why couldn't you... Oh, chivalry is so... I'm here for you. Go?
What? Oh no.
What do you mean, go?
I'm so glad the game
You want me
makes
to
you...
leave?
You confirm your stupidity. Like a lot of bad choices.
You're quite taken with each other,
Go
aren't you?
forward with it. You know about Lily.
I've seen the way she looks at you, the familiarity with which you speak, how she always finds a way to place herself next to you.
Yeah, the funny thing is, Wynne does not approve of any of the relationships for very different reasons.
I've noticed your blossom. Leliana is a remarkable girl, sincere and guileless, and she has opened her heart to you. I would not like to see her hurt.
Yeah. I really want to know how she... Because, like, it's very clearly implied that the rest of the camp, you know, find out the information that's revealed to the warden in private conversations through banter. So, what the devil does she think was guileless?
Not intentionally, no. But there is great potential for tragedy here, for one or both of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
When she gets retconned, like every game. And it's not until a freaking DLC one-line sentence that we get any explanation of how she's still alive. I think she'll be okay.
Love, a Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware. I am just...
Enchantment?
I have been
Enchantment!
Yeah, what does it say? Oh, I could either head to Lake Calenhad and go on the insane fetch quest. Or not really a fetch. I'm pretty sure it will send me back to Ditterim.
Yes.
Indeed.
Actually, I do need to go to the circle anyway. because I missed some stuff in the circle. Go on.
Indeed.
This is so stupid.
Wild creatures
Alien?
ahead.
I'm the one who's mortality. It's like JoJo on the Xbox. I got so good on the pirate things that I would often get straight up giving as solo, just putting in the thing is, I also definitely 4 hours animation and like an ogre running or getting stoned in prison and attacking. Oh, you bastard!
I need healing.
Are you serious? I think this confirms that I'm pretty much guaranteed to get the encounter. The bad news. What I was saying. Forget it.
Final knock.
You so much senile. Gonna get. I've decided before I go back to camp, I am going to go back to the same areas, but I'm gonna go to all the areas, and then I'm gonna go to the main marketplace.
With this, you seal your guild's success.
Okay. thing is, I can't complete Study's Carrier along with several other quests until literally, like, right at the end of the game. Because the alienage is, like, the last area that side quests are in. Because once you go to the Landsmaid, for whatever reason, and I will never understand this, a good chunk of side quests get cut off. But not all of them. I just went right back and... I am an idiot. Wow. Brilliant work. I cannot believe I just did that. Okay, we see Alistair. Let's hope somebody else gets it, because there can be some really hilarious ones.
Yes?
I'm sorry, but your husband has fallen in battle.
Oh, damn it.
You have my condolences.
What? This is terrible. My beloved.
She...
As you say.
I know I'm skipping Pearl. I'll do it later.
All men are the work of our nature.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
From the lowest
don't have... Yeah. I don't have all the bodies.
those who bring ham. The maker does not.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Correct from our...
So here's
I
the
should
thing,
do
this quest. Can... Yeah, if I had said anything else, I would have gotten nothing.
It shall be done.
Okay, I'm just gonna kill him. Which, unfortunately, because I've locked myself out of actually,
You've returned. You haven't gone to the inn, have you?
oh my fucking...
Ah, of course, of course. The lead Brother Genitivi knew more about it, but he was secretive. His research was his life.
Because my Ash is an idiot,
Occasionally,
I can't
I would-
actually call him out on the bullshit. The only way...
What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there. I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed.
So yeah, the only way I have to call him out and get on the correct path without going on the insane detour is to basically...
I said no. Genitivi was a very private... No, don't...
Very well.
And that is not good. The good news is that we now know where to go.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Good to see you again.
All men are the work of our nature.
Okay, let's have these conversations again.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
This is the third time we're having this conversation. Because that bloody encounter of yours.
I came to Ferelden and the skills I learned. I don't know who this man was. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of Orlais has been at war with. I believed her. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. I did not seek Marjolaine, and that is the reason I am here. I enjoy the nights at camp. The night always seems more peaceful. I feel the night grant. Sometimes I succumb and fall asleep and... Maker, look at me. You made me say all those things. Oh, ship. I'm here for you.
Okay.
Yes. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
Thing is, I don't think I can
As you wish.
stand at the moment because what is the end? Yeah, he doesn't. If I had the minor boost, then he would open up enough where I could start his quest. But because he hasn't.
I await your command.
It has begun.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Of all the...
Actually, if I don't
Blood
put
and
Liliana in the
damnation.
party, I won't get it right away.
Yes.
To hell with it. But I don't need 3 warriors.
Vashaden.
Oh, blast it.
Yes.
Indeed.
I know what I'm doing is stupid. Okay, so I either go... Let's do this in the stupidest way possible. Oh, thank
Don't kill
God.
him.
What?
He is no common bandit. None of them were. Their weapons and armor are of fine make, and they are well trained. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who are you?
Someone
who regrets taking you on. Was told it would be an easy job. Kill the little red-haired girl. Deal with the others as we pleased.
Kill the... You came to kill me? It could. You may be right. Who sent you? Why am I wanted dead?
I don't pay to ask why someone wants someone else dead. I just need to know what to do and where to get my money. Ha! Money. I'll be lucky to get away with my life, it seems. Maybe we could work something out. You like the idea?
Speak quickly.
I've no real quarrel with you. Wasn't me that wanted you dead. But I know how you can find the one who does. I have some directions written down on how to get to the house. It's in Denerim. Yeah, it's the best I can do.
You realize the absurdity of the
Now
situation.
leave. I never want to see you again.
We were in dinner. And now she needs us to go back to dinner.
Don't worry. I'll not trouble you no more.
It's Marjolaine. It has to be. I thought the same. Maybe someone saw me. Maybe she's finally found me and wants to finish what she started. Perhaps it's time to settle this score for good.
An interesting thing to note is Liliana and Alistair can
shall
be
be done.
pardoned in their personal quest. Which leads to...
Very well.
Well, I'll explain when we get those goats. Ugh. I've always found that super funny. Like, we skin every wolf, occasional bear, etc. But like something exotic, like a dragon, we'll be lucky if we grab a tail.
Isn't that the point? We could all be figments. It shall be done.
Well, let's talk to the guy. Despite the fact that we just murdered. Like, I'm pretty sure they did just send him out on his own and with very little contact, because...
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today? Of course not. Why do you ask? Who? I don't know who this person is, I swear! They're listening to us, watching me. I can't speak openly. They're looking for anyone asking for this brother Genetivi. They told me to act like nothing's wrong and just deny ever having seen the brother, or the knights. What can you do? I do what they want because they'll hurt my family. You should be on your guard and leave quickly. I don't know.
I'm an arcane warrior, buddy.
But I doubt it was anything good.
The most broken specialization in the game.
Goodbye.
Leave me alone.
Oh, that's interesting. I've seen on, like, one playthrough that managed this, that actually showed this, thank courtesy of many a true nerd. He actually, I think, said something that made the patron... Never mind. I have a goal.
Watch out! Very well.
I think we work well together.
It has begun. As you say.
Ceremonial armor, which, as you can probably imagine, is not good.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
Okay, we're gonna go in the circle real quick and grab anything we missed, and then we're just gonna run. Where, I have no clue.
Welcome back, youngster. Looking to go across to the...
I don't know if I have the strength for another big battle.
The Grey Warden's so
Yeah, in case you're wondering why banter is kind of weird, it is because in this game, banter is tied to specific locations.
We need to get these
or
out of the tower.
choke points, like areas that you walk over, sort of like Knights of the Old Republic. And there's Commander Rutcon, or Commander Genocide, depending on which game you're playing. Okay, finally. This was the note I was
More
missing.
knowledge has fallen into cracks
I
here
think there
than
was
some
one
have
more.
ever known. That's sad.
Why did I miss the 2 notes? I love the fact that there's nobody up here on the higher floors, despite the fact that it is established if you talk to Gregor, that everything is dead. So, what the devil? Like, I get that it's dramatic, but you don't want to at least come up here? Oh!
Something on your mind?
Fuck you.
Very well. It shall be done. As you say.
Okay, this is as high as I need to go, I believe. Or honestly, if it sends me any higher, I'll go higher just in case I missed a locked chest. In fact, pretty sure I did. See if I can do the puzzle this time, because I found the other thing. Or if I need one more note. Looks like it's working.
Very well.
Now, okay, so I've successfully done everything. There's nothing on the Harriet chamber. So once I clear out the 4th floor, I can head back down. And never come to this tower again. Or actually, that's a lie. Because there is, I believe, one more side quest that will send me here later. I mean, technically, if you want to make the most of your companions and what each main quest gives you, you would start with either Orzammar or the Circle, and because they both give you a companion as part of it, them. And then you would do the Zebran thing encounter. Oh, fuck you. You would do the Zebran encounter, do the other one of the two, and then you would do either Redcliffe or... But the thing is, because of just how annoying both... Well, you saw how annoying the Fade was, and Redcliffe is far more annoying than... What the hell was I doing when I was...
As you like. Right away.
But yeah, like, I get what they're going for with Orzammar, because, like, you have to earn the trust and of the political leaders and get to know the city and all that, have an understanding of what you're actually doing. But I think it goes on way longer than it has any right to, and that's before you actually get to the Insufferable. Because it's divided into 3 stages. The first one, earning the trust of either one, which is simple. The second task involves doing a small dungeon delve in town, and the third task is downright painful. In basically a gauntlet.
Yes, of course.
Thing is, as much as I would love to return to Denerim immediately and do her quest, 2 things. 1, that is actually a really difficult encounter. And 2, there's actually not much to do in Denerim at the moment, because I've cleared most of the side content out, and I can't do the crime wave quest because I'm a goody 2-shoes and competent soul that fails at every check he gets given, it feels like. But yeah, I know I could put points into it. It's kind of hard to put points into something that is kind of useless to you. Or not as useful. Okay.
It shall be done.
Yeah, part of the reason why I'm not killing it's super You did help killing this thing. And here's the thing about the unique weapons that I don't think I mentioned. They are pretty much stacked. Yeah, it's always given.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shell? These centuries of memories you have lost?
Does it miss being within its mother's womb?
Do I... Well, no. I don't remember that far back.
It is no different. My memory stretches only so far, and what went before is now lost.
And you remember nothing at all? Not even a little bit?
There are images, faces who I have no names for, places I remember being, but not where they are.
You really killed. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Why?
You really... I'm sure you need supplies up.
Contrary to better judgment, I'm not going to Haven. We're pursuing Forest. I'm gonna do something really stupid. This is so stupid. Like, I just got done talking about how this is probably the worst section.
It is begun.
To say hello to the roadblock that tries to stop you from coming here.
Enemies I shall do it.
Clearing out the blood mages in that building cost me a lot of health potions. And a rock salt for Alistair. Actually, no, he does not. But he's still injured. Oh, I can actually kill two birds, one stone.
Yes.
Good.
Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me? Oh? What was this about? Oh, I...
Now we killed all the technically, there are more side quests that haven't become available yet, but they're tied to the underground, if the underground works really stupidly. Actually, now that I think about it, if I was smart, I would have come here after I had started the side quest in dinner room, but oh well.
Maker's breath, is that? Oh, I beg your pardon.
I don't know
Can
why
I
I rushed
help
into
you,
this,
friend?
because I just remembered he doesn't have...
Since you are clearly looking at me,
Well, yes.
What you silly?
is it refreshing or unsettling that this
So yeah, like I said before, he doesn't have it, so there's nothing I can do.
Make, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I have never heard of a thing called a Qunari.
Then you have not been listening. We did not row to shore last year. We have been about for centuries.
I have listened. I have done little else, in fact. And yet I do not remember anyone mentioning such a Qunari in all my years in the village.
Relying on humans as a source of education is a fool's errand.
They are rather ignorant, aren't they? And feeble, at the best of times.
We have creatures on Parvolan that are similar. The humans call them monkeys. They are dull, cowardly vermin. They cry out shrilly when threatened and throw their own feces.
That is an excellent comparison. I wonder if they're related.
Possibly.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, the funny thing,
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one that's happy. But yeah, what I was saying was, every culture is based off at least one society, or parallels one real-life society, but with comparisons can be made to others. The Qunari are weird because they're like a hybrid of, like, many things.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was...
We're gonna replace Sten.
Fashion, yes.
Actually, No, that would be a terrible idea to bring. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll bring Morgan. And she has a level up. Did I ever use the shapeshifter though? Thing is, I want her to really do the cool stuff. I have 2 mages that are decked out in entropy magic, and little else. Whoopee. Take shock. Because honestly, the moment I can start combining, because having 2 mages on a team is where the ludicrousness really comes in, because you basically end up with this situation where you have somebody like Morrigan who basically, if you're creative, if you can, yeah, you'll see.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign Dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
Not a good son.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endrunai Dukan returned to the Stone Knot 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
So yeah, Origins does a really bad job of demonstrating that this entire game takes place over a year, because if I remember correctly, like, we spend a few weeks recovering and in the wilds and leaving Lothering. And we spend the rest of the game gathering the allies and all that, so yeah, it's kind of weird.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. I will at that. I'm a messenger of King Loghain.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
I could have intimidated him, but screw it. One less quarter for the good. Did I only bring Shale as a warrior?
It's your time to die! Hurry.
Okay, Morgan, you get to leave.
Blast and damnation.
And you know what? We haven't used the dog recently. And the dog does get some funny cutscenes. Like in Denerim, there is one, but I don't think I've ever shown it.
I'm here for you.
It is begun. Very well.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Neither do I. The annoying thing I've always found about, the deep, or the Orzammar, is that...
golems.
Yes, no.
Pity for a poor old man.
As you say.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Blanca, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her.
Don't say that. Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Yeah, this game makes it perfectly clear why the Dwarven Society basically collapsed. And it's the way it is. Particularly if you play the two Dwarven origins. Because it makes it perfectly clear.
I am watching you, dog. Do you know how many of your kind urinated on me in that village? And all I could do is stand there and watch, helpless. If I see one of those legs of yours lift so much as an inch in my direction, pow! I'm glad we have this understanding. At least your kind can be reasoned with, unlike those damned feathered fiends.
Like, honestly, they could remove an entire, like, section of the deep road in the third section of Orzammar, and nothing would change. It would probably actually feel a lot smoother.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew. Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Dun 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 dun.
I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the Commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
In a city...
See, that's why I don't want you. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to kill typically.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
And yeah, you...
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Yes, you should.
So yeah, we have initiated the first phase. And it's perhaps the most annoying, or the simplest fate.
For you know what it is to mourn.
To be completely honest, it only gets annoying at the
I
late.
hope that is someone being murdered and not simply singing.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
I didn't believe the door.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers. The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard
As
anything.
you've seen on this character, Ash is useless.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful. And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
Funny thing about that, it is canon that we give her the nut. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Which I
Did
find
you have an
ridiculous.
offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in
Because
stone.
not only does this series make it where she's immortal,
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
yeah, Dwarven society is usually my favorite interpretation of dwarves and high fantasy. Just because of how different they are, but same.
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself. Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Yeah, the dog is weird because it starts off with max approval, as you've seen, and you never lose it. Meaning it's the only companion that idiot recruited is stuck with. Not even Alistair has that, because he can't leave your partner. He a fuck it. Way to hit, make me look like an idiot.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nuts? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Yeah, I don't think... I do not remember how many of these there are. Because there are a lot.
Excuse me, you look like you're not from around here.
You could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Then I'm truly honored. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins? I can't even imagine.
Why is the dwarf interested?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Why wouldn't? Do you want me to ask?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be
Oh
waiting
shit,
by
I
my
think I
father's
forgot
shop.
to ask for a reward.
I shall do it.
The thing is, technically I can skip bringing Shale until the final section, which I probably will do, because bloody hell, Shale is not very viable in some of these. In fact, I may change my team again, because it's not exactly balanced. I'm gonna be completely honest with you in this personal take of mine. I think the loyalty...
A higher class of midget lives here, I'll wager.
I think the loyalty mechanic from Mass Effect 2 was one of the dumbest ideas in 517. Because it encouraged the generation of players to basically think, oh, we do their mission, so they will betray us. Or they will turn us. When I grew up with Origin, and yeah. So there's a very, depending on your choices, it don't matter what you do. They can still hate you.
News of the hour. Does Lord Haramon think that Orzammar can hold off the dwarves forever? The Assembly demands an answer.
Technically, you can play both sides, but you missed out on taking guys on armor stats with peaks. Yeah, that's right. If I hadn't gone to proving first, I could have gotten away. Actually, no. I'd go to the Shaper.
As you
quest. And we can get a small...
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Oh, Stone. You must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot about the Gate God's message.
Wow.
Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harriman, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times.
When you're playing as a
Dulin Ferendi, Harriman's man, can be found at the Harriman estate.
Yes, the game actually
Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
By giving you an explanation of why you think. The funny thing is, there's nothing stopping you from signing with one character and then immediately betraying them at the end. Yeah.
Warden, it is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Orzammar's finest. Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harriman for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests. You must understand, Harriman hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
Do I antagonize him? Oh, go on.
You've been turned by Harriman's slanders already. I should have known no soul in Orzammar would be neutral. Harriman has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harriman's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Harriman promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Oh, Excuse me, 2 assembly members. Desher is their formal title. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after
The funny
the
thing
vote is
about the
cast.
Dwarven
I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their
one of
votes.
the options, but there is nothing stopping you siding with the other one. And in fact, the game, if you're playing as, say, a Dwarven Noble, if you side with the one the game is not expecting, the game basically goes, wait, what? Which is my favorite part of that.
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
So let's talk real quick. The advantages for working with Harrowmont, you get to fight in prison. Thing in a really badass tournament style. The disadvantages to, or the advantages or the disadvantages to banking, you have to go the deep road for an extra time. Yeah, it's kind of insane. So I'm doing better.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
If my dog treats, then I will support you.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine! He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
Pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the tide.
Sorry.
I'm quite busy. Please do not disturb me.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
And yeah, you can ask him for context, but for measuring.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to Paragon. A Paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. There is one Paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her Paragon status.
Begs the question, what on earth were they doing for the last God knows how many years, centuries?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. At the other side of the old Empire, during the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
As can be expected.
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the Darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many Darkspawn as possible. The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth 12 dwarves in battle, but Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
And yeah, you can bring up.
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Tigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
You say that. You say that. But you have no problem erasing people from the history.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Shh! Doing very important work.
As you say. I shall do it. It has begun.
Yes, the Diligence armor, which is one of those sets that has to be obtained over the entire game. The same is true with the Ancient Elven armor, and which is bugged in the PC apparently, because one of the pieces in Lothering, or supposed to be, but as you could tell back in Lothering, it wasn't there. Another one. Now we decide who to work with.
Lord Balin's impending marriage to a Cathless.
An important thing to remember is Balin is what we would call progressive, authoritarian, I guess.
Raise your voice in support of Lord Haruman.
Well,
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Opera. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach?
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exile. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
What do you mean?
Well, he killed Lord Minos' youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the Deep Roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the Deep Roads and abandoned him.
Branka?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. Did you see any guardsmen? Tell them Ogren was at it again.
Charming fellow. But yeah, Haruman is a traditionalist. Traditional conservative, or whatever. In a society that really needs reform. A lot of people say Denerim is Crash City, but I think Orzammar is Crash City. You're right, I'm going. Oh yeah, that's right.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business is good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
I believe if you don't come in here at the moment, it is locked for. And depending on how you resolve this, he will want nothing to do with you.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Get out of here. This is private business. Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there.
As you can probably
Might
imagine,
make you a
if we were
target.
playing as the dwarves,
So if you want the
very
Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
This is not gonna work.
Whoa, whoa. All
Oh
right,
my
you
God.
win.
What a pussy.
I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
I cannot believe that actually worked.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
If I remember correctly, he does not like it if you fight in his store.
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
What do you have for sale?
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Oh, that's...
Right away.
So I am led to understand that the sister is a follower of this Maker.
Am I the sister? Oh, that's so cute. It's like you're my big brother. Or sister. Or whatever.
I am a creature of stone. I rather doubt that we would be related in any shape or form.
Oh, I didn't mean literally. Don't you think that people can be related in spirit?
I notice that humans tend to believe in a great number of things that are not true. even when given evidence to the contrary.
Believing in things when there is no proof is what faith is all about, Shale.
Believing in things when there is no proof is what gullibility is all about.
So I am gullible now.
I take it we are no longer sisters in spirit.
People wonder why Thanos or Shale is one of my favorite characters in the game. I'm gonna side with Harrowmont on this playthrough. The simple fact that I rarely do it in any playthrough, for reasons that will become obvious.
It speaks.
The downside is that I miss out on quests Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 3. And I think some of my options and positions, little side content, will be limited somewhat. What's interesting is they each have a slight variation on the second round, because the thing is, you're always going to the same location for the second round. It's just, if you're trying to appeal to the second one by betraying the trust, they have to plant evidence or gather in one of the two. Valen is the easy one because, well, I probably should